An estate is a legal entity, folks. Look it up. You can't fuck with an estate. That's why I left it as an estate. I'm not stupid. I might be a little dense sometimes, but I'm not stupid. The reason I left it as an estate was so that them fuckwads couldn't take it away from me. Duh. That's the whole damn point of it. Now, if they want to pay the taxes for me this year, great. They still can't get the land because it's part of an estate. And when I go and sign that will, willing the estate to my children, then they definitely can't touch it then. But anybody that pays the taxes right now, you're not getting the property. All you're doing is paying the taxes for me. I'm smart, motherfuckers. I'm not stupid. What do you think had happened to me if they took this land away from me? I wouldn't have no income and I wouldn't have no place to live. Fuck you all.
So the trolls are bugging me saying that your property's up for auction.
My property is not up for auction. I have a waiver that is good until the end of September. My property is not up for auction. It is not for sale. Whoever did that is a piece of shit. And when I find out who they are, and when I find out who it is that did that, they're going to prison. I don't give a fuck who they are. You're going to go to prison because my land is not necessarily, shall we say, free land. It's part of an estate. All right. And that estate is a legal entity. And anybody attempting to try and use subterfuge on a legal entity like an estate, that is a big fat no-no, and you go to prison for that shit. So when I find out who this dumb motherfucker was that put that shit in the paper, they're going to prison. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if it's the goddamn president of the United States. You're going to prison. The estate is a legal entity. You cannot do shit to it. That's why.
Plus, I don't think they can liquidate a property that has income coming in.
Well, not only, well, yeah, that's probably true as well. And I've got dead bodies buried on this property. And according to what I'm hearing through the grapevine, I don't know how true it is, but I've heard through the grapevine that if you got dead bodies on your property, you don't pay no property fucking tax anyway. You don't pay property tax if you got dead people buried on your property.
There you go, trolls. You've been pwned again.
So you've been owned again, trolls. Sorry. But whoever did this, whoever put my shit in the paper, your ass is grass and I'm the motherfucking lawnmower. Because
you still got to call the newspaper company and get that removed.
Because that was highly illegal. Highly illegal. An estate is a legal entity, folks. Look it up. You can't fuck with an estate. That's why I left it as an estate. I'm not stupid. I might be a little dense sometimes, but I'm not stupid. The reason I left it as an estate was so that them fuckwads couldn't take it away from me. Duh. That's the whole damn point of it. Now, if they want to pay the taxes for me this year, great. They still can't get the land because it's part of an estate. And when I go and sign that will, willing the estate to my children, then they definitely can't touch it then. And they will be told in the will that they must maintain the estate for at least 1 year. And then that'll get all these fuckers dead and gone. Hopefully, by the time the kids do that.
What you should do is call the newspaper company live just so you can pwn the trolls on air. Get it removed.
Well, I don't have to lie about anything. It's illegal. It's my property is not up for sale. I got an extension till the end of September. My property is not up for sale. Never was up for sale. Hell, it wasn't even really, okay, what it was, I was supposed to have paid the taxes in January. And I didn't have the money at the time. So I went and got an extension, which is 100% legal to do. Sucks to be you, trolls. Okay. And that's all there is to it. But my property is not for sale. It is not delinquent. It is not in arrears or any other fucking term you wish to use. I took real estate law, folks. Remember, my property is not delinquent. Okay. And I will have the money by the end of September. And so that ends that. because I'll have the tax money by the end of September. But anybody that pays the taxes right now, you're not getting the property. All you're doing is paying the taxes for me.
Yeah,
That's
you don't
it.
own the property. You have to sign over the ownership in order to
I would
own the
have to
property.
sign over the ownership, correct? And I'm not signing jack fucking shit, bitch. This is my land, fuckers. You think I'm gonna let them son of a bitches steal my land? Are you fucking high? Hell no, I ain't. That's why I left it as an estate. I'm not stupid. So no, they can't do fuck all, as the Brits would say, about it. Can't do a damn thing. I'm smart, motherfuckers. I'm not stupid. I'm not gonna give these people any chance to steal my fucking land. What do you think would happen to me if they took this land away from me? I wouldn't have no income and I wouldn't have no place to live. Fuck you all. You guys think I'm stupid. I got a 190 IQ, dumbasses. What fucking IQ have you guys got? Oh, yeah, about a 60 if you're lucky. Kiss my ass. Kiss my fucking ass.
I'd still get that removed from the paper though.
Well, I'm gonna get it took care of. I mean, obviously with the weekend coming up, I can't do shit.
Yeah, no one's available on the weekends.
No, they're not.
No,
So
you'll have
it's
to do it bright and
Monday,
early Monday.
Right and early Monday morning, I will call the paper, get it removed from any other website or whatever it might be.
And remind them the paper could also be liable if they don't remove it.
Right. Well,
It's false advertisement.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about false advertisement, but yeah, it's not. It's whoever did that though is in some deep shit. And what matters is that somebody broke the law. My shit is an estate. It is a legal entity. And whoever did it really stepped in the shit this time. Because this time they are going to go to jail, whoever it is. Because I'm going to insist on it. Because that's bullshit. Okay. And of course, I'm sure Stivers is behind the scenes stirring the pot, getting Clay County to send me all this fucking hate mail and shit. It's like, why? I got till the end of September. Why am I getting all this hate mail? Just any old thing to start a bunch of shit. But no, an estate is a legal entity. They can't do shit to my property. Even if they paid the taxes, it wouldn't help them. All I'd say is thanks a bunch. Thanks a bunch for paying my taxes for me. That's it. That's all would happen. Because you can't break an estate. You can't break an estate.
Well, it might be good just to see what you owe.
Well, I think I've even stated what I owe. It's anywhere from $1,500 to $2,000, somewhere around there. It's not that much money. It's just the idea of not having the rent coming in to pay for it all at once. What I should have done, probably, I should have just paid on one property at a time, but dummy me, I didn't think about it.
Well, what properties do you use? Just the main one you're on?
No, you have to pay taxes on all the properties. Even properties that don't have a building on it, you still got to pay tax on it. But it's not that much, thankfully.
Well, worst case, if it comes down to keeping your trailer, you should give one of the properties or trailers to the tax guy and just call it even.
Well, I've got
wipe your debt clean.
Well, I've got contingency plans to handle pretty much anything that comes my way.
That's good. I'm just talking worst case scenario.
I've been talking to some people. As soon as I seen that Stivers stirred up a hornet's nest, I started talking to some people. And if nothing else happens, I can always contact the Attorney General's office and the governor's office. So, I mean, let them try some shit. I'll just call the governor's office and the Attorney General's office, get their fucking ass in jail. Okay. You don't, like I said, an estate is a legal entity recognized by the courts. You can't sit there and fuck with it. Okay. If you start fucking with a legal entity behind the scenes, you're going to get in a lot of hot water, and it ain't going to matter who the fuck you are either. Because if Clay County says they ain't going to do nothing to Stivers, okay, fine. I'll call Frankfurt. See, now, if I own my property outright, instead of it being through the courts, through an estate, then yeah, they could do all kinds of hell to me. And in fact, they could probably pay the taxes and take the property away from me. But see, that's why I left it as an estate. Whoever did that, though, was being extremely stupid, because an estate is a legal entity.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and if Stivers did it, then he doesn't deserve to have a law license, because he, of all people, should know not to fuck with an estate.
You can file a complaint with whichever bar he's with.
Well, not only can I file a complaint with the bar, but I can also file a complaint with the governor's office and the attorney general's office. The thing we have to do now is go forward, and you know, whoever put my shit in the paper, or you know, tried to make it out like my shit's up for sale, or it's in default, or whatever, or has a lien against it, or whatever, you know, it's untelling what all kind of stupid shit they put out there. But whatever it is, whoever did it is going to go to prison, real prison. Okay, not a joke, real prison, because my estate is a legal entity through a court of law. That's why I left it in estate, because I'm not stupid. Had I turned off that estate when the judge told me to, these motherfuckers would have been on my ass like white on rice to take his property away from me. That's why I left it as an estate. I'm not stupid. Might be a little dense sometimes, but I'm not stupid.